pulpit, a platform, or whatever to speak to his people, especially those at my parents' church. It is a precious thing to minister the word of God to another sheep. And so with that said, I'm not going to prolong time. I'm not going to be before you long. I'm going to ask that you turn in your Bibles to the book of Romans. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, and then you should hit number 5 in the New Testament. Romans chapter 3. I'm going to read a couple of verses, or should I say a few verses. Verses 10 through 12. Those of you that are able, I'm going to ask that you stand for the reading of God's word, not out of respect to me, but out of respect to our holy creator. Again, Romans chapter 3. I'm going to read verse 10 through 12. My version is the NIV. Yours might sound a little bit different. King James, New Living Translation, but they all sound somewhat the same. Romans chapter 3, beginning at verse 10, reads as follows. As it is written, there is no one righteous, not even one.
All right.
There is no one who understands. There is no one who seeks God. All have turned away. They have together become worthless. There is no one who does good, not even one. May the Lord add a blessing to the hearers, the readers, and the doers of his holy word. You may be seated in God's house. I want to give you a topic to think about this week as you go about your business, which is our Father's business, into this world that is not ours. Amen. The title simply being, Those Good Days.
Those good days.
Them good days. Let's talk about them good days. Because in our opening text, God has made plain for everybody to see. No one will be glorying in God's sight at any point in time. And if you don't believe that, I want us to just simply do an exercise in counting words or phrases, and you'll notice the redundancy specified within those opening few verses. You don't feel like counting? I will count them for you. Within those verses, you see 7 times. No one. No one. Not even one. No one.
All right.
No one. All. No one. Not even one. 7 times, God reminds us through the writer that everybody has been born into sin with our hearts infected since birth. Kids are not innocent. They are born into sin because we have to spend our time telling them, stop, no, quit, redirect. They are not innocent. They are born into sin. They just don't realize the sin they're born into. So understand, since birth, we are born into sin, and this point is driven home 7 times within our opening text. But let's leave the New Testament. If we were to reference an Old Testament text to connect with this New Testament reality, the 53rd Psalm, verses 2 and 3, God looks down again 7 times. The 53rd Psalm, verses 2 and 3. God looks down from heaven on all mankind to see if there are any who understand, any who seek God. Everyone has turned away. All have become corrupt. There is no one who does good, not even one. So again, in the Old Testament text, if we were to connect the dots, we're reminded again, a total of 7 times within those verses in one of King David's songs. In Psalm. All, any, everyone, no one,
All right.
any, not even, all, everyone.
Everyone.
Okay? So it's imperative before we even proceed, it's a must that we understand the condition of our hearts on any given day and at any given time, because it's our spiritually good days that will literally sneak up on us and have Satan working on our pride, our ego, and our self-sufficiency, and it really needs to be addressed. If we're not grown in that area. You know, I don't do that anymore. We'll start counting the days, the weeks, and the months, maybe the years, since the last time that we've done. That's a spiritually good day. Oh, we'll start noting how we've grown, we've overcome. You still struggling with that? Oh, you need to come on. Oh, come on, you need to come on up. Ever heard that before? That's a spiritually prideful good day. Ooh, I wouldn't dare do, I don't struggle. Really? And I mean, we will judge this generation, but we were once that generation. Oh my gosh, this generation, they're untoward, they're rebellious, they can't take that, but that was at one point. And somebody did pray for who? Us. We act like the Bible was written and created 50 years ago. And we forget that it's talking about since humanity. So therefore nothing has changed. Every generation is rebellious. Every generation does its own thing. Every generation acts like they know it all. But what we do is we judge, we critique, and then we look down from our spiritual perches. And we just say, oh, that's just a shame. That's a shame. Or that's just a shame before the Lord. How dare God? You know, we were raised in the same house, weren't we? We were raised, we got the same, and we will literally get spiritually prideful. We started talking about what we wouldn't be caught saying, doing, or being, but it is only by the grace of God on any given day that you will be caught saying, doing, or being. Let's not act like we got some power within ourselves outside of the Holy Spirit that keeps us from saying, doing, or being.
That's true.
Okay? Because when we do this, we're really saying, you know what? Spiritually, that was a good day. This is a good day. I mean, it's not just me. Have y'all ever thought sometimes, well, I mean, I'm really doing an assessment, and you know what, Lord, I can't really think of nothing I said today. That was wrong. I can't really think of nothing. I didn't watch TV today, Lord, so I didn't really lust today. Lord, and we start making lists.
Yes, we do.
And it just might be me in here today. And if that's the case, I'm preaching to me today. It might just be me that's had them spiritually good days where I'm running down what I don't do. Thank God for delivering me from that. Ooh, that's bad. Oh, no. Because if you're not careful, Satan will sneak right up on there and you will fall flat on your face. I know about that. You will fall flat on your face thinking, I just knew I was past that. No, you were prideful in that good day. And God had to let you know, no one, nobody, none are good. Every single person has gone astray. There is not one iota of goodness within anybody sitting here. You have to understand that. You have to get that in your spirit. Because if there's some rebellion in you and you're sitting here tight clenched, like, how dare you say that? That's not true. God is letting you know. You're in this little spiritually good day he's talking about. Understand, not one iota of your goodness counts, not one iota of your spirituality counts, not your intellectual, none of your education, none of you don't smoke no more, you don't drink no more, none of that matters. Not one iota. Not one bit. And if you do not get that, hello, newsflash. You're sitting here today in spiritual pride. And you're in this. This is a good day. This is a good day today. And so we've got to understand, we even get in our own homes with the privacy of our spouse. We've done it. I know we've done it. Just like, I just don't get it. How can they possibly? That's just, no, that's spiritual pride, that's ego, that's self-sufficiency, as if we don't remember what on any given day what we'll look like. Okay? And I'll tell you what happens if we look deep enough within ourselves and we stop looking at other people. Whenever you feel down, Whenever you get a little bit depressed, whenever you feel like you're being overlooked and not recognized in the service of the Lord. Y'all with me? You in the service of the Lord. You giving your best. You done gave your money, your time, your effort. You gifted. You're anointed. God's got a future for you. But guess what? Those spiritually good days, Satan is right in the house too. And literally waiting to say, okay, nobody's recognizing you, and here's what spiritual pride on them good days look like. We'll start, ain't nobody else patting me on my back. I'm going to pat me on my back. We'll literally start making a list of how gifted we are. God has given me this, I can do this. They can't do that, I can do this. And then we'll start condemning others for not seeing how anointed we are and how God is going to use us.
You better walk it out.
How we're anointed. God's got a future and a plan and a vision for me. Shame on them if they don't see it. That's spiritual pride. That's ego. Okay? We can literally think of everything that we do. I'm here serving, I'm sweeping, I'm cleaning, I'm giving. Don't nobody else recognize it. And we seem like we want to be noticed or whatever. And if nobody says or talks about it, we'll let pride and ego come right in. And we'll start doing it for them. Okay? But in either of those cases, the reason we need to be careful about our good days is because pride, self-sufficiency, and the devil, they are chilling right within our hearts. And everybody generally knows it but us. Everybody can see it but us. Because we haven't examined ourselves. But in our opening text, the Bible already tells us, no one is good. Not even one. No one. No one is good. All have gone astray. No one is good. Not even one. So since that's the case, let's examine how slick Satan is on these good days of ours. Because if we review the text and we look at it in context, in Romans chapter 3 verse 10, the verse starts with as it is written. And that phrase indicates that something happened before Romans chapter 3 and 10. So as it is written, that opening phrase simply references God's law, wherein the writer of Romans reveals the Old Testament law. Hey y'all, this is the standard. Romans, Christians, believers in Rome, this is the standard, the law. And so Paul says, I want you to recognize that everybody falls short of God's requirements of the law. And to get this in deeper context, you have to understand Paul was raised in a Jewish educational religious system. They were all about adherence to the law. You got to do this, you can't do that. You got to maintain this, don't you dare think about that. Pharisees, Sadducees, Zealots, they were all, the law is it. That's what Saul came up amongst. That's how he was raised all of these years. So Paul was very educated in Jewish law. But he said the law right here, God's standard, that's the plumb line. And so understand, no matter what is done, okay, none of us will ever be able to glory or take any credit for the righteousness when we're comparing ourselves not to one another, but what? To the law. Okay? There is no righteousness in God's sight by simply keeping the law. This is what the writer gets across when he says, as it is written. He's taking them back to the law and says, y'all remember, this is the standard. There's nobody that can keep it. Now back to the text, because it's a good place to transition. From him talking to the Christians in Rome, that same premise is applicable for us right now. And here's what we've got to understand before we get to our points for us to apply. On our best days, it's not about us. It's about what Christ did for us. On our worst days, it's not about us. It's about what Christ did for us. I'm going to say that again because if you miss that, been a whole lifetime. Some days you're going to be on the peak. Some days you're going to be in the valley, just depressed. Am I going to hell? What is happening?
Come on now.
And the reality is your life should be spent somewhere in the middle, just rolling along, saying, I trust Jesus. Yeah, there's something that I can do, but when I miss the mark, it's still on Jesus. Oh, when I meet the mark, it's still on Jesus. If you don't do that, you're going to apply too much credit to you being on the peak. I did today. That was a good day. Or you're going to be down in the dumps feeling condemned when you don't meet the mark, but it's still on you. Jesus Christ. On any given day, good day or bad, it's all in Christ. Okay? So let's talk about these good days. Because the good days seem to trap us the most, because I'll give us credit. Experience shows us that on our bad days, nobody in here, we don't have a problem pressing into and being in the presence of God on our bad days. Let the money get funny. Oh, Lord! Let the bills and the job get all jacked up. Oh, God, have you forsaken me? Let the relationship get all astray. Oh, Lord, we are real good at pressing into God on those bad days. You want to know how? Our prayer life increases. Oh, we're at Bible study, Sunday school. We're in the house on time. You ever notice that? We will sleep with the Word open while our bedside. Ever notice that? You notice that? We're more attentive. We'll leave church, go put on another TV preacher. We'll watch one in the morning. We'll watch one at night. All them bad days, they push us into the presence of God. We make sure we get still so I can hear a word. I got to get still to hear words from the Lord. You notice, all of a sudden we make Scripture a priority then. It's not a priority on good days. Let's keep it real. But on them bad days, we are living. Lord has not forsaken me. Oh, though he may slay me, I will yet trust in him. I have never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging for bread. Oh, Lord God, be my strong tower of deliverance. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow. Y'all ever notice? Y'all ever notice? On them bad days, that's us all day. And so as we turn this corner, how many of that is that us on our good day? Let's be honest. Let's turn this corner, because on them good days, that's not us. If we're honest, we tend to drift away from the Lord on them good days. But them bad days, we at the Lord's feet. We at his feet. But once we, okay, I'm out of that valley, Lord, you did you, and I'm good, we tend to drift away. So let's talk about what we need to do. We know what to do on them bad days. How about we talk about what we need to do on those good days when it seems like I'm good? No, you're not. And the devil is literally waiting to show us we're not good. I would submit to you that on our good days, that's the day that we need to be most watchful and at Jesus' feet. Even sinners know God. Ever notice that? When it gets tough for a sinner, they don't have a relationship with the Lord. And oh, what's the first thing you hear most sinners do? Oh, God! They're yelling out God. Oh, now you know God. Now you know God. Even sinners know to run to God when they're struggling. Oh, God, Lord! 911, everybody was calling God. Oh, God, have you forsaken us? Oh, Lord, have mercy on us. Really?
Yep.
America needs to be chastised. Really? Everybody knows the Lord on a bad day. How close are we on those good days?